happen, and had Fox had like no interest in it and just said, here's a $60 million budget. And then they cut $10 million out right before they started shooting. So they had to play to the weakness, which made the first Deadpool something very refreshing and unique and something that everybody loved.
True.
Of course, the first movie had a director with Tim Miller that had his stamp on it. It was his movie. Ryan Reynolds didn't have as much input, right?
Yeah.
Go on to the second one. Tim Miller was given the boot. Ryan Reynolds had way more creative control. And arguably, many people I've talked to, the second movie is not as good and doesn't hold up as much as the first movie. And that's kind of understandable. They went for a more meme pool effect, and it just didn't kind of work for many people, me being one of them. I still like the movie. I don't think it's, as good as the first one by any stretch of the imagination.
I know what he's talking about.
Christmas thing, which let's not even go and talk about that at all and pretend it didn't exist. So, the better just ignore that. So, what are we talking about? Well, Marvel Studios has a very, very controlling hand. You all probably know this. Edgar Wright was working on an Ant-Man movie before 2005. He was literally weeks away from starting to shoot Ant-Man, and he got fired. You know why? He wanted more control. He wanted his own stamp on it, his voice on it, and Marvel Studios and Disney and Kevin Feige were like, that's not how this works. We hire you. You have a unique vision. It's got to fit our mold. Do what we tell you to, or take a hike. That happened with multiple movies.
Crazy.
From Iron Man 2 to Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, Guardians 2. It kind of goes all over the place, right? And you have to confide to this mold, and it has to come out a certain way. Ryan Reynolds clearly loves Deadpool, but he's not going to be allowed the same allocation of money and creative control over Kevin Feige. That's just not going to happen. Who do you think Disney's going to trust more? Kevin Feige, who's out here putting the 21 movies out together and literally shepherding an entire universe that has surpassed and went on to define Hollywood, or Ryan Reynolds, who wants to push in a certain direction that's not going to fit the mold they want? You just kind of have to look at past history and track records and understand that it's going to be hard to keep Deadpool the way Ryan Reynolds wants to, which is more like Deadpool 2, because that's not how Disney's going to operate.
You never know, though. You never know. You'll never know, you'll never know, you'll never know. I think I've got another good stuff. Yeah. I think I'll leave it at that, actually. For now. There's nothing else I can think of to other than just be sure that this be said that like man, episode be back. Episode be back tomorrow. Gotta get stuff ready for, during the week and stuff. Hold on. Comic book movie scene was trash to Hollywood. I mean, it really depends, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta logically, when Deadpool comes to the MCU, like, the only way that character works is for him to also acknowledge where he comes from, you know what I'm saying? And like, and for him to mention that a lot, but for no one to take him seriously, like in the movies, and for us to be the only ones who know what he's actually been through and stuff like that. Like, he's the only character who can work like that. Maybe Howard the Duck, Gwenpool, you know what I'm saying? I'm told She-Hulk is also breaks the fourth wall. Let me see what Collider said about something. Avengers get pushed to rebuild, dusted, undusted. What we love about Star Wars. Collider. This is the green pea, green pea, and we're really waiting on that. Like, the time to bring all those Cosmo, the dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, all those things are ripe for story. I think they'll touch on it more in the next few movies or whatever.
Hello everyone, we've got some
I'm just excited to be a fan.
posters from Avengers Endgame to cover. On top of that, more quotes from Zack Snyder to dig into, and then we're going to ask ourselves, are we ever going to see New Mutants? Where are we going to see it? When are we going to see it? Some of the stars don't even know the answers to those questions, but you know what? We're going to speculate and try to figure it all out. I am your host, Perry Nemroff, but more importantly, I have Haley Fouch and Scott Mance at the table right now. Yeah, man. You are beaming, buddy. I love it.
I'm so happy to be back in this seat here, Collider. And you are an awesome host, and it was so fun reviewing Dumbbell with you. We're back.
I learned from the best, and I also have the best partners next to me, so I'm spoiled here. All right.
What is playing? What is playing? I didn't even know it was like having all that feedback. I didn't even know it was like having all that feedback. Like what? Hello? Oh, you know what? Since no, I can't. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mute the desktop. Oh, you know what? Since muting the desktop. Pressing play.
So, looking at this whole set of posters we got, Haley, is there anybody in particular that really surprised you?
I don't know about surprised, but I'm so happy Valkyrie lives. Yes! I've been wondering what happened to her. They just left us ruthlessly hanging in Infinity War. No answers whatsoever to where she went. So it thrills me to know that she'll be coming back, at least in some context in this movie. Mm-hmm. Of course, there are ones that were sad to see, but I was so overjoyed to see Tessa Thompson that I barely registered my tears.
I was pretty hyped to see Tessa Thompson in the mix. I think the one that made me sadder, and actually I would say this about a couple of people as I was scrolling through them, I feel like this speaks to how well the movie worked just for me personally. I understand if it didn't work for somebody out there, but as I was scrolling through them and I hit one that was black and white, I felt something. I really felt like a tinge of sadness. Letitia Wright as Shuri.
Okay,
kind
fair
of
enough.
Crushed my heart a little bit.
Okay, well, crushed
I don't
my
believe
heart
that
really
one, though.
because, you know, this was a character that goes back to when I was a little kid, loving Spider-Man, Tom Holland, black and white. I mean, his dust moment in Avengers Infinity War was deeply moving. Like you really felt the emotion in that when he was hugging Iron Man, you know, Tony Stark. Like, that was a really emotional moment. Like, scrolling down, seeing all the character posters, especially the dusted ones, seeing Tom Holland, Peter Parker was the one that really got me.
His performance really enhanced that moment.
I'm trying to remember how I felt that first time.
Digging into like teeny tiny details on character posters right now, but there is something about like the expression on his face, even compared to all the other ones we got, that makes that one heart.
Now, here's the thing. Like, in that moment, so that moment for me, I'm remembering now, I didn't get the 100% full effect because of my stupidness of looking up videos like these where we're trying to figure out little things of, we're analyzing trailers and stuff like that. And when you saw, like, people already sort of thought maybe Spider-Man's hand is the person, like maybe Thanos killed him, you know what I'm saying? And he was holding Spider-Man's hand, like saying, I'm sorry or something like that. But like, it turns out he was just going like this with his own hand because Spider-Man had been dusted. And people were already insinuating that. So if that hadn't have been put in my head already, that moment, like, I can only imagine, like, being 100% surprised, for something like that.
Breaking as well.
Looking down.
Yeah. I mean, I think they all are looking down. But, like, there's extra sadness on his face.
That's crazy.
We got a whole bunch of posters now, and there's just so many characters in play in Endgame that we're already aware of. But was there anybody missing from this collection that kind of shocked you?
Yeah, Thanos. I mean, he's not a hero, but he did, make this whole thing happen.
That's true.
And he is the bearer of the Infinity Stones now. And he is the only one, as far as I know. I mean, there are a lot of character posters, both dusted and undusted, on that. You have to
Universal War Game.
Down enough to see if everyone is there. But the glaring omission here, for me, was Thanos. Love him or hate him, he is a key player in this now 11-year-old MCU.
I like that someone on Twitter made their own for him, and they took the A, and instead of Avenge the Fallen, it said relax on a farm.
I appreciated that. It hit a point where so many people were coming up with so many creatives.
That moment where Thanos stabs Tony Stark, and when you don't know how the movie's going to turn out, and you think he's going to die in that moment, like, it's that, that it got me, I think, feeling more. I'm really trying to figure out who hit me the most with that dusting. Was it Black Panther because that was the most unexpected to me because of how good the movie was when it came out? Let's see.
Spins that I almost lost track for a minute of which ones were official and which ones weren't. I wish the Goose one was official.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously. Oh, my God. I love Goose in Captain Marvel so much.
Has anybody asked if Goose got dusted yet? Have we confronted this as a fandom?
I don't know. I mean, I hate to ask this question, but like, can Goose survive? Like, what is the what's the lifespan on a flurkin?
I have no idea.
Because if Goose was just a cat, the sad truth is Goose would probably maybe not be around.
But we know he is not. He can contain literal multitudes.
I like the hope in your heart right now because I want to see Goose back.
Well, you're talking, it's a month until Avengers Endgame opens, but of course, we're going to be seeing it a whole lot sooner than that. The world premiere is on, coming up soon, so we know that we're going to want to see it there if we can get into that.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about the hottest ticket. I think the ticket to the world premiere of Avengers Endgame might be even hotter than Star Wars Episode 9.
Oh, man. I do think that this is going to be the biggest
How much
opening of the entire year.
would you pay for that
thinking
ticket?
about it just because the conversation has largely been swirling around the idea of, can this thing make history and wind up with a $300 million opening weekend? I still think that is a very, very high number. But then again, with Marvel movies, I've been proven wrong with how I underestimated Black Panther, how high Infinity War went. I still do think that $300 million one weekend is a very, very lofty goal, but it is, in my mind, undoubtedly topping Infinity War.
Well, the other thing holding it maybe from topping 300 million world, at least domestic, is the fact that it is more than 3 hours long, which makes you cut down on the run times. If it was like 2 hour, 20 minutes,
The zero hour
it
wait.
might actually top $300 million domestic, but I doubt it.
What was
not with
the
Endgame.
runtime on Infinity War?
Really though? Like, so if the ticket entailed you to not only see the movie, but to have a meet and greet with the entire cast and Kevin Feige and the Russos and all the directors of all the other MCU films. Think about that. And the environment. You know what the environment is going to feel like. You know what I'm saying? Seeing it like a week before or something like that. Before the entire world gets to see it. Like, that's gonna be a night of history that no one's ever gonna forget, man. And the luckiest person is gonna be some of those actors who haven't even seen the film.
Close to 2.5 hours.
Yeah, around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
2:36 or something. But the thing is, I worked in movie theaters for years, and they will open early and stay open late to squeeze in extra screenings.
24 hours.
They will not play other films to make room for more Avengers.
That's a good
We'll
point.
see.
I
Have
also
not
believe
seen
the
that.
Infinity War runtime is actually 2 hours and 40 minutes. So the question
Okay,
is,
maybe 10K if I had
it's
it, but
going
I
to
don't.
even make a difference for people who want to see it 2 times in the same weekend.
Hey,
Well, if
little rascals, homie. We about to go get some lumber, build a go-kart, or raise some money. I forgot how they even raise money in that movie. We gonna have to raise some money. Wait, this doesn't even exist. There's no ticket for $2,000.
I don't
Or
think it would
is
be.
there?
if they do like 24/7 screenings that first week or a couple weeks, that could push it over 300 million. But I still think that is a really high number. Can you imagine? That'd be nuts. But worldwide,
I don't know.
It's gonna. Is it a worldwide day and date kind of thing? Because it could make over $600 million worldwide.
I would hope so, just for the sake of keeping spoilers under
Yes.
wraps for territories who don't
See?
get to see it ASAP.
Exactly.
I
Totally.
mean, I feel like that is often how they release their movies over
This
there.
is gonna be
Or
massive.
actually, now that I think about it, not really.
A lot of precautions because of the question of who's going to live and who's going to die. I mean, like, everyone's going to go on Twitter and social media and everything like that.
Well,
Yep.
the other thing is, with that runtime, like, look at that poster. Look at all of the character
Plug.
posters from today.
What was that? What's that? Plug. I don't know what that means. Virus TV. What is that? What is that, man?
They lined up in
What
a
is
grid
that?
together.
Yep.
You can't really do that if you're not going to justify the inclusion of all those characters and have something. Like, I don't think every single one needs, like, a fully fleshed out arc or a major storyline in their favor, but you need to have a reason to have every single one of those characters in this movie, and it
10K.
can't just be, oh, well, it's Endgame, so they all got to pop up somehow. So
Plus, you
if
gotta
a
pay.
3-hour and 2-minute runtime justifies all of those people in this movie.
So plus you gotta pay for Air Force to get the premiere. Oh, airfare. But you gotta pay for airfare to get to the premiere. That's true. I mean, if I won tickets, then that would change things. We're paying you for airfare. Am I the plug? Are you saying I'm the plug? Thank you. Please subscribe. Please subscribe and please subscribe and please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe and please subscribe and please subscribe. Look at this. I don't know what that is. Rap Andrew. Oh, he left. Paul. Andrew. I'm gonna continue this. I actually make music, but that is someone on YouTube. My first troll, yay! But he's just spamming emojis. I like it. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it, man. I dig it. I dig it. Here, since you there, let's play some nonsense, right? Let's play some nonsense right now. So for those who don't know, I'm a rapper. You got any requests? Drew, you got any requests? Do you have any requests? I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play it then since it was my most recent single, and then look,
Hey, can you stop looking at me? You're kind of weird. Listen, I'm sorry, mission Atari. Sometimes I wish I could shape shift so I could go swim with the fish in the quarry. I never ever really listen, I'm far beyond any universe's reality. I just took a picture of Barney, the purple dinosaur. How can Steve Urkel have to change his whole aura just to be with Laura? I'm about to go and make a playlist for Nick and Nora. I'm sitting here looking at all of this green like I'm dating Gamora. I can't afford to buy gas to go to the store, but I get high fast and I smash my wifey Senora, who's a high class girl. I asked to sleep with me like Aurora, but then I asked her why she sees frequently like Aurora. Y'all up and open that damn box like Pandora. Diego thinks he's a man, but he's a Mandora. Or a boy man like Toy Man. I can't store a whole collection of toys that destroy your damn border. I really don't want to go through this again.
You said, if I play any, I have a thing on my freaking, on everything from robots and zombies for whatever reason. So anytime I play that, my Facebook video gets muted, but I will play one verse. I'll play one verse of Save the Princess, just in case. You know what? And I can counter it by actually making a remix. So I might have to do that. I might have to remix and see. So it's my song called Save the Princess, featuring my cousin, who now goes by Rain, but was Pierce Reed.
Check. Hey yo, welcome to the Church of Zelda. You don't wanna hurt yourself, so grab some purple jelly from the cellar, cause it works for health. Gotta get a fairy you can carry in a jar. Very quiet, cause she's very silent. Bury your guitar. I kinda sorta saved the princess till she gets kidnapped again. Getting lost is not a joke, so please look at the map again. Looking for the sanctuary her father is trapped up in. Pull the lever down so I can go through all this crap again. I helped the princess escape from the dungeon. Her father wants me to take something from him. The wizard wants us to taste like an onion. The castle looks like it's based out in London. I'm kinda small, but I'll take out a munchkin. Make out with 8 gals if they house some lunch din. Take out your fake style and break out the punches. Drake's out and Wayne's out and Jay's out, so come in. I want the game is missing, but I'ma take down and try to just upgrade the system. Don't try to save the princess. Don't need no money, but I just need you to pay attention. I'm about to take you to school and throw you in a detention. Parallel universe, sitting on a carousel. Think that shoot a bomb till you hang out with a carousel. Made a good and Maribel to Maribel who ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and share that with the world. For those who want to hear it again, I tweeted it out. My Twitter account is Nonsense Music. That's NONSENZE MUSIC. And my Instagram is Nonsense is Dork Genius. That is NONSENZEISDORKGENIUZ. Nonsense is Dork Genius. And I'm gonna go through the whole. And my social security number.
That will make me happy.
Yeah, I completely agree.
We'll also see, though, how much, the people who are in the black and white posters, how much they actually are in the film, or if it's just a last-minute return at the end, so to speak.
That's another question. What do you want to happen as far as that? Do you want the majority of the movie to be the original Avengers, avenging the fallen, and then them come, everybody else get undusted at the very end where it's like a huge battle scene with everybody? Or do you want everyone to get undusted in the middle of the film so that there's more time with those characters? Because, I have a hard time thinking that, half of these other heroes might not see, Spider-Man. All of it. I don't know what I don't know what I'm. I don't know what I'm. I don't know what I'm. I don't. I don't not well, what I what
I don't know.
You didn't get a character poster.
Kobe Smulders.
Stanley.
Someone poster of him that's very beautiful. But that actually makes me think of the person that I was sad to see left out, especially because she was part of the end credits of Infinity War, and it was Kobe Smulders.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was a little bummed about that one.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, I think. Oh, and Nakia. Where was she?
Yeah, that would be more interesting.
Yeah, because only Samuel Jackson would probably mourn her, but he's gone.
Kobe Smulders, all due respect, like I just don't feel that people are emotionally attached to her character in the way that we are to, like, you know, the way you talk about Spider-Man and things like that. That when you deliver these black and white posters that are supposed to come with a gut punch, I'm not sure if that one has as much to give.
A fair point. I mean, I definitely can't make a case for her character arc throughout the MCU like I can for other characters.
I think it should be towards the end because that would mean they found a weakness in the Infinity Gauntlet and thus in Thanos. True. But then I hope that ending battle is just like 20, 30 minutes long or something. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be like, what in the hell is that? Like at some point, I'm serious, man. At some point, we should see Deadpool just in some stupid scenario for like 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? We should see an Easter egg of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine or Wesley Snipes' Blade. Like, I'm still holding on for that type of craziness because I so want them to show the true aspect of what an alternate universe. It's not just, oh hey, here's another version of Chris Evans as something else or something like that. This is, oh hey, in this alternate universe, Chris Evans' character, is actually the Human Torch. Or in this universe, you know what I'm saying? Vampires exist, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I like that thought, and then the thought of some of those people joining our universe versus some of them completely rebooting. Like, I get some, but showing that these other universes exist and the actors and their characters, like none of those movies went to waste, so to speak. Like, that's a money grabber, for me. I'm a big stick. I'm a big stick. I don't think he's gonna win again. I don't think he's gonna win. I don't think they're gonna win again because you know what?
Like a presence period in this cinematic universe.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, especially because where we left off, like, she goes hand in hand with Nick Fury and also Coulson.
Fair enough.
All right. We will see what details we uncover as we creep closer to the movie's big debut, because oh boy, we have a lot of questions, and we're going to try to answer those questions.
Really?
With some bold predictions here on Collider in the coming weeks, so keep an eye out. So much Endgame coverage coming your way very soon.
Oh yeah.
We are moving back to that.
Let me see. What is the date? How much time do we have?
Batman v Superman, the Ultimate Edition, I believe, that
26.
Zack Snyder recently participated
Have
in.
you seen the
There's a whole bunch
Deadpool
of
meme
stuff
about
coming
him
out of that
coming
Q&A right now, and
coming
right
in
now
at the
we
end
are
of
specifically
Avengers
discussing
saying,
how Zack Snyder
did I
handled the
miss
character
it?
of Batman
That
versus
murder. Oh, yes.
On the one hand, traditionally, Batman is
That would be
not
dope.
a killer in the comics, but then you also consider
Man, could you imagine?
DCEU and the Tony
Like, that's the ending credit scene is him. Did I miss it? I can imagine that entire scene. Like, damn, man, that would have been cool to see you.
To that question, minus a whole bunch of F-bombs, someone says to me, like, oh, Batman killed a guy.
And then, like, there could be a scene where, like, alternate universes are cracking, and then they're coming back together towards the end. So that phrase would still make sense in both what we know is going on and what he knows, in the movie or whatever. You know what I mean?
It's
I
not
could imagine
many,
that, though.
Not many F-bombs in this next section here. Let's see. It's a cool point of view to be like, my heroes are still innocent. My heroes didn't lie to America. My heroes didn't embezzle money. My heroes didn't commit any atrocities. I'm like, that's cool, but you're living in a... Oh, I lied. You're living in an effing dream world. The cool thing is, like, mythologically speaking, I'm 100% fine. And by the way, I love more than anything Superman and Batman, but in the
Said I
same
was
way
dying
Alan
when I
Moore
saw
was
it.
fed up with the effing, like, okay, no, they do this. Are you laughing? Are you coughing?
Laughing at his train of
Clearly.
thought.
All right, I give up.
No, I'm sorry.
No, I mean,
He makes it hard on you.
He does a little bit. But he goes on to say, but it talked about comic book movies at their most. They were broken, so he was just addressing that. The thing with comic book movies is, and you know I'm a fan, I go see them, I love them, ... All right, I think the big question here, Mance, is with his take on it here, is this too big of a swing for an iconic character like Batman? At what point do you remove so many of the pillars of what it means to be Batman that he is no longer Batman?
Well, listen, every time we've seen an incarnation since 1989, not
Batman
1966,
oh yeah.
it's been a little different. You know, you had that just sort of goth artistic flair that Tim Burton did in 1989, and then you had just the grounded Batman that we saw in the Dark Knight trilogy. You know,
so I'm gonna take off soon to play Wildlands.
All
All right, man.
In the Dark Knight was brilliant.
For sure.
Made it a mob movie. So now you
I'm
have
getting tired. I was gonna get off at 12 anyways.
But yes, that's
5 more minutes.
like killing somebody. That'd be like, I mean, I know I'm going back to Spider-Man here, but you know, with one move like that, you do change the foundation of the character. A character can be dark. A character can be a sociopath.
Oh man.
Like Batman is in the Nolan films, but killing, it's like what's left? I don't know. I thought that was a bit much.
Exactly, and what's left as it pertains.
I
to
didn't like
Batman?
actually see him kill anyone though. You know what I mean? Like, did he really? I like remember him throwing a box at somebody. I don't remember that guy dying. No. Who else? He technically almost killed Superman, but I mean, you see, you had to believe he would go far enough to even do that. So I think that's why. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's. I almost look. It's like 40. Oh no, because I had restarted it. Dang it! So I don't have the count of the actual time. I think we're talking about Batman. Batman from like Batman versus Superman. Like, I don't remember him actually killing someone. You know what I mean? There's like that scene where he, you know what I'm saying, where he goes to save Superman's mother. I believe that's the scene. And or with the boxes and all, you know what I'm saying? And he stabs the dude's hand, like all that. Yes, so did freaking Captain America, bro. Technically Cap's killed a lot of Nazis, guys. Come on. Relax. What else? And then in that dream sequence, hello, it's a dream sequence. That doesn't mean that he killed them. So plus all those guys were probably enhanced. Like you don't know what was going on, man. He hit him real hard, but I don't think he killed. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I think people are sort of. I mean, I'll watch it again. You know what I'm saying? With clear eyes, I'll be able to see. 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 Bow, beep, bow, bow, beep, bow, bow, beep, bow, bow, beep, bow. I'll be able to see. I'll be able to see. Able to see. Able to see. Bow, beep, able, bow, beep. What am I doing? Am I just gonna keep doing that for like 30 minutes? I should see how long I'll be able to do one of those. No, I shouldn't. All right, I'm gonna do this. Peace out. Peace and love to an African booty scratcher, guys.
I want to thank everybody who popped up, from Winnie Limbo to Jake Boss to Andrew Aguilera to Paul. Oh man,
I mean, Dark Side, but was he even alive, really? What about Dark Side? Oh, he hit it real hard around nigga. Dark Side. But was he even alive, really? What are you talking about? What's Dark Side? Everybody else make it something. This is my conscience and actually show what your accusation. Yeah, we'll see what happens though, man. I gotta make time to see Shazam still. See if that's good. Oh, as far as Batman killing, like, I want to watch it again. I'm gonna watch it and see what's up. I mean, it was violent for sure. It was a more violent Batman, but I got it. I'm one of those movie viewers that can actually look at a movie and see what maybe a director might have been trying to get through. You know what I'm saying? I don't usually make a lot of complaints. It's really hard to get me to hate a movie. You know, I've talked about not liking the Resident Evil franchise because it's not like the games. That's a given, but that's a personal thing from me because of, you know what I'm saying, me not wanting the movie to give people the wrong representation of what the games are. I've also not liked Suicide Squad like most people, and I think some people were split in half with that. What else? At first, I didn't think Green Lantern was as bad. I didn't like the love interest. Some of the CGI was, but then there was a lot of, like, I ended up watching it in a really good IMAX 3D theater. And the 3D was really amazing. That's what I was saying. It did look amazing watching it that second time in 3D. But it was still not an amazing movie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Age of Ultron wasn't as bad as people think it was. It was just a little darker than your typical Avengers film. You know what I'm saying? They're broken down in that film, and, you know, it's crazy stuff, man. Yeah, we'll talk about this tomorrow, okay? Be sure to be here tomorrow. For those who don't know, be sure to check out my new merch shop at etsy.com/shop/dorkstopshop. Go check out the new merch. I actually got dope shoes that I made just for you guys, which was originally just for me, but I thought I would share the wealth. I was trying to think of another word that actually goes there. And you know, we'll see what happens, man. Maybe just some giveaways, some discounts, stuff like that. You guys have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. You already know I appreciate you, man. It's been fun. If you guys have something that you want me to do specifically, play, watch, if I have it or anything, whatever, man, just always let me know. I'll take suggestions of things to add to the show. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want it to just always be just me making music. You know what I'm saying? I want to help some of you guys out too. Shout you guys. I see what's up. Peace out, though. Take it easy, Andrew. Let me have fun playing your Wildlands. Bye. Thanks.
You my I'm tired of this game game scared people my blogs for extra with the I do after rap drama the dope demons now when I rap drama dumb the day free can we think
Yep, still here. The mysteries of nonsense.
Should that be an album? I don't know. The mysteries and that. I also forgot to say that I have an album that's dropping on 420 for those who don't know. So if you're gonna go pre-order it, you can. Yay! Head to iTunes. Head to iTunes where you can search for NONSENZE, and then you can go see my new album, and it's there. So blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm really tired, guys. I'm just gonna go to sleep while I'm right here, and you're gonna listen. Is this a new podcast? Is this the Sleeping with Nonsense podcast? Welcome to the Sleeping with Nonsense podcast. I'm about to go to sleep. You're gonna hear me breathe for a while. Have a good night and enjoy. Nope, I'm still here again.